Welcome to Leveling Up Women's Health. Back here with Monica Cronin and
Heidi Gessner.
Yes, we are here today. I'm very excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, protein. But first, we're going to give you a trend versus fad. Is it a trend or fad? Heidi, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
The what I eat in a day videos that are really prevalent in all the social media right now are what we should be following. Is that a trend, a good trend, or is that just a fad?
Okay, come on, Monica. You know it's a fad.
Haha, of course.
Yes. It's all out there, but I wouldn't necessarily follow it.
Right. A lot of those videos, they just, they may not be, first of all, of the age group that we need to be, focusing on. It might be great when you're 24 to what I eat in a day and follow those videos. But I think that you really need to focus on one key thing. Obviously eating clean, but that involves eating protein. We love protein. Protein is king.
Well, and what's going to happen is as we continue to do our series, you're going to hear more and more about it.
I think so, yes.
So starting with this is key.
Yep, absolutely. Protein helps us because it keeps us more full. We're more satisfied. It's for muscle building. If we want to build muscle, especially as you're, introducing weight training and trying to, keep yourself functional as you age, we've got to have that protein. And it actually helps with weight loss and weight maintenance.
It does, yep.
So we're seeing a lot of good things with protein, and there are a lot of good ways to get protein. I'm just going to go through a couple of the clean foods that we eat. Chicken breast has 26 grams of protein. A pork tenderloin, a serving of that has 22 grams of protein. A cup of black beans has 15 grams of protein. So do chickpeas. Beans are kind of around the same for each other. A can of tuna has 33 grams of protein. A half cup of almonds, 17 grams of protein. Greek yogurt, 20 grams of protein. And my last one, I'm going to bring up eggs, 12 to 14 grams of protein for 2 eggs, depending on their size. So all good protein sources. However, is it hard to get enough protein in a day?
It's impossible. I cannot eat that much food.
Right. So while we should be absolutely eating some of those real foods and having some of those protein-filled dishes, we need other things to help us get to our protein goal. And that is why we have brought the lovely Heidi Kirsh here today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
We are so happy to have Heidi here with us. Heidi is I can't even begin to say the jack of all trades kind of person. Give us a little rundown on you, Heidi.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I know you two met 30-something years ago from fitness, and that's kind of what I did, too. We were all three fitness instructors, or should we say aerobic instructors.
Back in the day.
They don't use that word anymore. But so my passion for wellness started in college when I started to teach, to earn money, right?
Right.
And then when I moved to Indy from Lexington, Kentucky, I started to teach before Greenbrier days. I think it was after Greenbrier days at Bally's Scandinavian at Keystone at the Crossing.
And for Indianapolis listeners, you've got to remember that. Yes.
Yeah. Thong leotards, big hair, scrunchy socks. We had it all.
The hair.
Oh, the hair. The hair.
But with that was our journey, and we were laughing earlier because we were going through the fad of fat-free back in the 80s.
Fat-free everything.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And we couldn't understand why we were so fluffy. Because
We were very
teaching
fluffy.
4 to 5 classes a day sometimes.
Or we were skinny fat.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of skinny fat.
A lot of skinny fat.
So I continued to pursue that, opened up a health club called The Firm in the Geist area, had it for 8 years, sold it in the mid-90s to Live Right Fitness. And even at that time, I was teaching all those classes. We added a weight room. That was like new. No one was really talking weights back in the 80s.
No, cardio.
Yep.
And
Step. We did step.
A lot of
yes,
step.
lots of step. We had the wood benches before Step Reebok. That's how far back I go.
Me too.
So with that said, I was working out so much, I wasn't as fit as I am today at 61 years of age.
61.
Remember,
Take
I
a
said
gander.
young, not old. So anybody over 50, I'm just going to say you're 50 years young.
Thank you.
go. Yeah.
Much appreciated.
So now that we have the information we have, we know that protein pacing is not a fad.
Right.
It is here to stay. And for all the young listeners out there, if you start now, you'll be so forever grateful because, and for those who haven't, It's never too late.
Nope, that's right.
So protein pacing for the win. What I personally try to get in is 140 grams of protein. So one of my favorite benefits for working with the three of us is we will help you calculate your daily protein for your specific goals.
Well, let me ask you,
Yes.
why do you say 140? Can you give our audience a guide?
Of course. So you base it on your goal weight. So the three of us are blessed to be close, if not at our goal weight. Should we agree?
Yes.
And however, the three of us also help a lot of people that need to gain healthy muscle or lose a lot of unhealthy fat and gain healthy muscle. So when you start on this journey, you look at your goal weight. So let's say for simplicity that I'm working with somebody that is currently 120 pounds and she's 4'11", because I'm going to use an easy way to do the arithmetic.
That's
And
okay.
her goal weight is 100 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, that's very low. So I'm just doing it for simplicity, guys.
Yes. Don't think you have to be 100 pounds. She's not saying
This
that.
is for math. So if she does not exercise, I and you can still help her. Because we know that when you start to add protein in your regular routine, you will want to exercise. But that comes with the energy that comes from it.
It's amazing.
So if somebody is not exercising, then we're going to take that 100-pound goal weight and times it by 0.8. So their
you go.
daily goal is 80 grams of protein.
There's the science right there behind it.
Yep.
Now, let's say this person does walks 3 times a week and weight trains once or twice a week for 30 minutes. We are going to take her goal and times it by 1. So that would be 100 grams of protein for her.
Okay.
Now, let's take the three of us.
We work out.
What I want to share is that you don't have to work out as long as we do to get and look good, but because we like it, it's not only something we do but we enjoy it.
Right. Right.
It's my stress relief. It's my everything.
Some people like mahjong, some people like golf. We like exercise.
Love it.
Movement. We love movement.
Yes.
We love to
And
move.
any type of movement is wonderful. So because of that, I've raised mine up. So the 100-pound woman would need 120 grams of protein who's working out, meaning at least 5 days a week of an hour each day or more, okay? Not just 3 days a week, but 5 days a week or more.
Yep.
Then we take that times 1.2. Now we have the number. Let's say this person works out an average length of time, 3 times a week, which is wonderful. Most people work many jobs and sometimes time is of the essence. Then with that 100-calorie goal, we would break it and protein pace it. So I've done a lot of talks on this, and there's been a little confusion of hearing the word pacing versus pasting.
That's what I hear too. I hear that too. They're like, what is protein pasting? I'm like, that's not what I said.
But
Think of the pace car in the Indy 500, right?
Yeah.
It's pacing. We're pacing your day.
Yes.
Right?
And that is taking your goal and breaking it down. So 20 to 40 grams of protein, you know your goal because we're helping you figure that out right now. And you take that every 3 to 4 hours, you're getting 20 to 40 grams of protein in. Starting from the first hour and a half you wake up and ending before you go to bed.
And you know what's really amazing to me is a lot of women think starving themselves in the morning is good. I hear a lot of women say, oh, I don't eat until noon. Bad idea.
Can I tell you, I hear that all the time.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Me too.
90% of those women are not at their goal.
Yep.
So I always say, Einstein says, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting
Expecting different results. There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
So as we age after 40, I've heard debates about the metabolism doesn't slow down. So the reason it may slow down is because if you aren't being mindful of getting the protein in, your composition is changing as we get older.
And
Right.
we're going to talk about that in another episode.
Okay.
Yes.
So as your composition gets lower of protein, then your composition of fat increases. And so when you eat that piece of pizza or have that glass of wine, you feel it in your clothes the very next day.
Yes.
But the three of us like to have fun, but we are very well behaved in our nutrition, but we still have a balance. We will have pizza. We will have a favorite cocktail drink. We will in moderation, and we don't feel it in our jeans the next day.
Well, and protein pacing is not a diet.
No.
And diets, I'm just going to go out there and say it, don't work.
Yes.
Would you all agree with that?
Absolutely.
The roller coaster lifestyle.
That's the roller
So this
coaster
is-
lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. This is a commitment.
Right.
And it also, I'm never hungry. Are you like, I never get to the point where I feel like I'm going to shove, 15 wheat thins in my mouth, which I shouldn't be doing because that's not healthy.
Empty
for me.
calories, yeah.
Empty calories.
Well, and
because
the cravings, you don't have them.
Right.
I mean, I don't like sweets anyways, but I mean, I really don't eat any sweets when my body is getting the nutrients it needs.
when you're full and you feel good and
Yeah.
you're putting the right things in it, it's amazing how easy it is to not cheat.
Right.
It's almost like your alkaline state balances out and your cravings change. Like my weaknesses are chocolate and cheese. So I still have those, but it's crazy. It's not like I have to eat the whole bar,
Right.
or I don't have to eat the whole package of cheese or block of cheese like I used to. I just, once I get a little bit of it,
You're satisfied.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah. And you probably don't have that craving as much as you used to when you are filling your body up with what it needs.
Correct.
So can you talk a little bit about why protein fills you up? We know it's good for you. We know whatever, but why is protein the key?
Well, it's fueling your muscles. So you're making your body like a thermostat. I always use a man as an example. Like we don't look like men, but men are born with testosterone and more muscle mass. So when they decide to put on a diet for 2 weeks, they hit their goal. And a
Right.
woman could be working on this for 3 months and
Months.
not lose,
Right.
any weight or 5 pounds,
Yes.
and their husband loses. And it's so when we fuel our body with protein, we're fueling our muscles, which is giving our body the composition to be efficient. It helps our bone density, it helps our posture, it helps our metabolism,
Yep.
and it makes us vibrant, strong, the energy that comes from it, the deeper sleep. And like they were saying, then your body starts craving good nutrition.
Okay, so you can't possibly eat 140 grams of protein in food.
It would be a chore.
Yeah.
For instance,
It would be a lot. And I gave you a lot of good examples on high protein foods,
Right.
which should be a part of your diet.
Right. But can you
Could
you go through one of your days with us?
Yes. So I tend to meet up with this gal and work out, on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Very
Monica
fun.
is Holly's trainer.
And if you eat a lot right before your workout, then you kind of feel like, it's all in my digestion, right? So everyone's schedule is different in the morning. But what I have recognized is if I get protein in before my workout and after my workout, I have much better workout and I feel so good.
I would agree with that.
Eat a lot of food takes a lot of time. So we all cook and we all eat good food. But what I have recognized is by adding some whole organic protein shakes to help me get to that goal. So I don't want to eat 3 pieces of chicken at lunch. I mean, that kind of grosses me out. And I have a lot of women like you two do that you work with and are friends with that will either skip breakfast or have 2 eggs. And I'm like, 2 eggs is good, but that's only 12 grams of protein.
12 grams. Remember that.
right.
Great protein, good for you, but not enough.
Right.
So depending on if you had an option to add in a supplement, it's not replacing all your food. You're still going to eat plenty of food. I always say, if somebody's really wanting to make a change, let's say they want to lose 15 or more pounds, then I would recommend actually looking at getting 2 protein shakes in a day. This would be under 500 calories, okay? So I just want to show you guys this isn't replacing all your food because most women need 1,200 to 2,200 calories a day for their personal goal. But it's an insurance policy. It's got whole organic fruits and vegetables. We have plant. We have performance protein, which will pump it up to 36 grams. So anywhere from 24 to 36 grams of protein that you would get, it would take you 30 seconds to make. It's been proven to work. We've done over 23 peer-reviewed studies on nutrition. So why not? You save money, you save time, and you hit your 140 or whatever your personal goal is with no effort.
Well,
because
and I like the clear protein because I can put it in my water and I can get it all day long.
Yes.
So I can give my body protein all day long. I am hooked on the clear protein.
I use the clear protein in the afternoon as kind of part of my snack protein.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and it's a great way. So, and these products are the name of them.
Okay, so we have we're representing Isagenix Health and Wellness, and like Heidi said, the clear protein, and we have something called Tri-Release, which means you can just be drinking this throughout your day or with your meal to help you bump it. So if you really love eggs, then maybe do the clear protein with your eggs, and boom, you're helping get your goal. So there's so many options, but literally I feel like the three of us save people time and money. I don't know about you guys, but it happens to me where I start throwing away fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh, all the time. The vegetables are the worst.
So I've already paid a lot of money for them, and now I'm throwing them in the trash.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't discourage you from buying that, but you can.
And we're all empty nesters, right?
Yes.
So, well, you're not quite. You're not quite. An
Well,
empty nester.
almost there. We are really close.
And when you get to be this age and you're not cooking for a whole family, you do waste food.
Yes.
A lot. That's been shocking to me.
Yeah.
How much food I waste.
Can you find a macronutrient meal that you love for $4 or less anywhere?
No. I mean, good God. Not that I go to McDonald's because I don't, but I have somebody in my family that does.
and that's not macronutrient meal.
And that is not. And I mean, it's like $10.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. I mean, this is cheap.
Because when we're working with somebody about their goals and then we're trying to see if this fits in their budget, I mean, 99% of the time it does because there's so many hidden Starbucks stops, Panera Bread. I mean, for the healthy person, my stops were, and I still do occasionally, but not as much, Panera Bread, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks.
Yes.
I mean, and every time $12 to $22 for one meal.
Oh, yeah. A good, I hate to say it because I've always loved Panera, but good Panera salad is like $17 now.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I know.
Life is
I don't
expensive.
do fast food anymore.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. What you can do to take stuff along during. We have all kinds of things coming up, but what you can do to take it during your day.
Yes.
So that you don't have to stop. You don't have to. Yeah, we're
easy
going to have
snacks,
that too.
easy ways to get things in. But this protein pasting has worked. I've seen it work for so many people, and trying to get to that high protein goal, critical. And it's a great way. I start every single morning with a protein shake.
Yep.
It is how I start my day. I actually crave them now. And then I am full for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like fine, no problem. And I'm on my feet all morning, and it keeps me.
She's talking about the
going.
meal replacement, which I was talking about, but we also have the supplements of a drink that you can get it protein, but then you'd have to be eating a little more macronutrient with it.
Right.
My system is I do my protein in the morning, but then I will do a snack at 10 a.m., and then I will do a lunch, and then I'll do a snack at 2 or 3, so that I am constantly fueling my body and giving my body what it needs to fuel.
And you had asked me what my day looks like, and then, of course, ADHD got sidetracked.
So she's going to tell us what her day looks like. She's going to talk a little bit about this book.
Yes. So I used to be the girl that lived off coffee and crackers and a yogurt and almonds and maybe a half protein bar, and then I have a decent dinner. So my transformation went from gaining healthy weight. So I was thin. And I even remember people going, "Be careful, you're getting too thin. You're losing your butt." I was like, "Oh, cute. Like, how could you be too thin?" Guys, when I look back at those pictures, I'm so happy because when I started a protein paste, then I really wanted to get the muscle definition, and she saw my transformation.
It's been amazing. I just get so excited to talk about it. The
She's your
side by
booty, you have a
sides.
booty.
I always tell her, I'm like, "Look at you have a butt now. It's so cute." Because she had the kind of that inverted, like older lady butt.
Starting to be a flat, and I had a good butt when I was young. I was
And
like, "Dang it."
but now she's got a good butt again. Oh, it's really
Thank you.
cute. But I mean, that muscle, the muscle has come back.
Okay,
Yes.
Monica, describe old lady butt.
Like where it kind of is at an angle in, and there's nothing underneath. There's nothing lifting it back up.
Oh, like a flat butt.
It's a flat,
It's flat, but it
yeah.
almost comes like almost at an angle. And I just have always called that old lady butt. And and I'm not knocking old ladies. I'm an old lady now. No, but we say it, and a lot of that has to do with sitting or losing too much weight or just not working it.
Not moving enough.
And so
not eating the right protein.
Right. Holly is a great example of she's eaten the right protein and done the weight work to go with it. And it was, we've been working together a couple of years now. In her late 50s, where she got her booty back. So it's like a movie. We could say Holly got her booty back.
It's never too late, women, ladies. So if I'm going to work out, because I work out some mornings earlier than others. So on the days of earliness, I would do the tri-release or the clear protein, just to have a little protein, because I don't want all my energy in my digestion, because then it's like, oh, I can't get into it. Now, after my workout, I will definitely do a full protein meal replacement, because I'm hungry, because I've done the work.
Right. Yep.
And I, like you, I crave them. I remember meeting the gal that introduced this to me 7.5 years ago, and I looked at her like, you got to be kidding me. You drew 1 or 2 shakes every day for 7 years, and here I am at that mark. And it's hard to put it into words, but you crave them, like you just said.
Oh,
and I go on vacation, I pack them, but I don't eat as clean, right? We're on vacation, but when I come home, I just can't wait to get in the system. So it's a lifestyle, like Heidi said, it's not a diet. So then I will have that. Of course, then I will have lunch. Sometimes if I meet a friend for lunch, I like to be in, but sometimes I'm meeting a friend to talk. Maybe I would get a salad with the dressing on the side. We have to be careful because, there's so many loaded HUD and croutons and cheese and bacon. You have to be careful on the salad. But I might just eat half of it, you guys, and then take the other half and add it to my dinner. So I always have a really good dinner. And that's one consistency I've always done is, that's when you're with your people in your family, whether it's one person or 4 or whatever your family size is. And so I always got it at night. But now if I am eating dinner and then I've had, let's say, you can do this with 2 small meals, 2 shakes, 1 shake, and like Heidi said, some supplement shakes with 2 full meals. Everyone's different. So we can help you depending on your goal, where you are now, where you want to be. That's what we're here. We can walk you through that.
Absolutely.
But when Heidi was bringing up, like she loves that clear protein all through the day. I use it, we call it the bedtime belly buster.
Oh.
So sometimes, I don't know if you know, at night when you've eaten and then you're grazing your refrigerator and your pantry, you're like, I still feel like I want something.
Yes.
Yeah. I want something. So this is where I will take the clear protein or the tri-release and make it, and it's so good. It fills me up and it keeps me from, and then if I'm still hungry, then I'll eat a little something more. But instead of just grazing to like she said, the wheat thins and then the cheese and the dips that my family buys that are in the refrigerator that are not bad, but they have no really nutrition value.
Right.
And they're just adding calories.
And that's the thing I learned later in life. Food is fuel. It's not, that's why God gives us food to fuel our bodies. It's not enjoyment. It can't be enjoyment. But, it is to fuel. That's the purpose of it. So that's what we have to think, and ice cream's great, but what's it fueling? So that's
little to nothing.
I'm not criticizing anybody because I have learned this along the way.
I used to be the biggest. You said ice cream is so funny because you don't know this about me, but when I say I was an ice cream addict, that's like an understatement. And I always thought, I can just work it off. I can just work out enough to work out my ice cream addiction. And it took me a long time to realize, a lot of years to realize, no, it's actually making me feel awful.
Yeah.
And once I gave it up, and my family still loves me, my extended family, my mom's like, I still can't believe you never eat ice cream anymore. And you used to eat that every night. I'm like, right, but I didn't realize how bad I felt every night.
And there's a lot of reasons: the sugar, the dairy. There's so many reasons.
Bloated.
For that.
I had brain fog.
Yeah.
It was
inflammation,
all the things. And then I gave it up, and now I don't want it because I don't want to feel like that anymore. That is not how I want to feel. So.
Yeah, so that's exactly what protein pacing will do when you do it the right way. It will change your taste buds, and then you feel so good. And you can make our shakes. Like I have made them for my son, and I've put literally some peanut butter in there. I put some, whatever, and it tastes like, a blizzard from
right.
So if you
like
really
ice
have
cream.
a sweet tooth, just add a few things in,
Right.
and you're going to get your nutrients and your protein. So
yes.
One thing that kind of leveled me up, because I've been following this lifestyle for 7.5 years, and like Monica said, even though I was following it and I was seeing muscle definition, I wasn't feeling my muscles as much. So I realized, like Heidi said, how can you get it all in? And I really needed to know my number. I was just getting it in. Like so many women go, I eat protein, but they don't really have any idea how many grams they're getting in a day. Once you know, knowledge is power. And the reason that I just started following Dr. Paul Arciero's book. He's a scientist. He's done over 80 peer-reviewed studies, you guys. He's an athlete himself. He's helped train, Olympic athletes. He's been on the Today Show. He's been written up in so many publications, spoken in front of 5,000 people many times. He's amazing. This is a picture. He's a friend as well, but he is an independent scientist. He just happened to be involved in a lot of the studies that Isagenix did. He took he's done this many times, and he just did another one. And if you do a study with him, because he was with Skidmore College, no matter what, they publish it, no matter what. So he always says, hey, I'll do your study, but no matter what the outcome, because I'm the scientist who's going to do it, it's going to be published. And Isagenix has said, good, because we have nothing to hide. And if you want more details on this, we have it for you. But what I will say, an example was the Mediterranean lifestyle is, I think, the healthiest lifestyle.
Yes, I would agree.
And he took a group, he did this more than once, for 12 weeks, where he took a group of individuals who lived off the Mediterranean lifestyle. So they were eating perfect, it's perfectly macronutrient meals, cooking, making them, which takes a lot of time, money, but they did it. And then they took the other group, and they did that at dinner, but they added 2 meals in front of that were the protein meal replacements.
Oh.
Adding in the cleanse for the intermittent fasting day and a few supplements, following it, this something we call our 30-day reset.
Okay.
Over 3 times, over 50% more visceral fat was lost. 2.5 times more muscle mass was increased.
That's belly fat, girls.
And I love that muscle mass increase.
And the cardiovascular improvements were tremendous. So, and there's more, but just saying it is proven to work. He always says, Holly, the good news is it's not your opinion, it's proven. So this book, when they can put the link, with this, and we can
definitely do that.
It's like under $20, and it's a great purchase, and it basically talks about what we've been talking about today.
So we're going to have all these things on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. We'll have links that you can check out the book. You can check out, the Isagenix products, and you can, actually private message any one of us, and we can help you, determine what are your protein goals and maybe help you on your way with that. The biggest, I think we probably have several good takeaway messages today as we wrap this up. Number one is the simple one. Protein. We need to have it, women. You've got to have it. And it should be a combination of real food. I call it real food. The shakes are real food, but the food you're going to buy in the grocery store, and
with
a combination, yes, and a combination of the extra protein that you can get in these amazing products, because you're going to hit your goals without having to eat 3 pieces of chicken at lunch.
Right.
So, and I eat probably a piece of chicken every day. I love chicken
or fish,
or fish or salmon or whatever, but I don't want to eat that much food because we're going to get too full, right? So I think that's our first takeaway message. I think our second takeaway message is checking out these products and this really cool book. And I've met Dr. Paul once too. He's pretty awesome. Very impressive man. And I love all of his studies. And Heidi, I think you've got a takeaway message over there.
Well, as we continue these conversations, protein is going to come up in almost everything we talk about. It is so key. And like I said, we all say knowledge is power. And you're going to be shocked at how many things come up with protein, with losing weight, with cortisol levels, with belly fat, with bone density, with everything that we're going to talk about. It is the underlying thing that we all need, and women don't get enough of it.
All right. Well, we really appreciate, Holly, you taking the time.
Yes, thank you.
To join us today.
My pleasure. I'm honored and blessed to be with these two beautiful souls.
Well, Holly is a beautiful soul, and we are here to just say, women, let's make these years as we advance into our younger years. I'm using your word, younger years. Let's use this time to make it the best that we can be.
Age in reverse. Let's go.
Oh, I like that.
I always say, make the rest the best. Let's go.
Yeah.
So let's level up, women.
Yes.
That's what this is about. Thanks, Heidi, of
Thank
course,
you.
my
Great to
buddy
see
over
you
there,
today.
and the beautiful Holly.
Yes,
and
thank you, Holly.
we will
you.
see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.